blink and you miss them. In the 1960s, a wave of bands hit hard. One killer single, a wild tour, a cult moment, and then gone. Today, we're counting 15 forgotten 60s groups who rocked the rooms, lit the radios, and vanished before the fame stuck. No filler, no repeats, just the deep-cut names behind the riffs you've heard and the ones you should have. If you love garage fuzz, early psych, and mod power, this is your list. How many do you actually know? 5, 3, or none? Let's find out. And hey, if we resurface a band you used to love, hit subscribe, because these stories deserve a second life.
You're such a smart girl, and I'll believe what you say.
If you only hear the first 10 seconds of Lies, you might swear it's the Beatles. That was the magic trick and the curse of the Knickerbockers. The song explodes with tight harmonies, crisp hand claps, and a guitar tone that snaps like a rubber band. It's power pop before we called it that.
You lead me on this way. Hey,
the groove is fast, the hook is undeniable, and the lead vocal rides the beat like a surfer who never misses a wave. For a few months in late 1965 and early 66, this track felt like a rocket. Radio spins, TV slots, and the sense that a career was about to launch. But the band's rise came with two problems. First, the Beatles' shadow was both a compliment and a cage. Some listeners chalked the sound up to imitation rather than identity. Second, the follow-up singles couldn't catch the same lightning.
Gonna make you sad someday. Someday you're gonna be alone.
That happens a lot in the 60s. A perfect moment captured on tape. Then the industry moves faster than the band can. Still, listen closely, and you hear a group with real chops, locked-in drums, precise harmonies, and a lead singer who could cut through any AM radio fog.
You say you love me.
Now we head to Minneapolis for a fuzzbox thunderclap. Action Woman isn't polite. It kicks the door in with a serrated guitar attack and a vocal that sneers without ever losing pitch. The bass is hot in the mix, the drums punch forward, and the guitars sound like they've been dipped in gasoline and set alight in the best way. This is garage rock distilled, attitude first, then a riff you can shout back after one chorus.
Action to satisfy my soul.
The Litter's gift was energy. They sounded like a band playing right in front of you in a crowded club. Sweat on the ceiling, no space to breathe. But pure voltage didn't translate into national staying power.
I really shake you up. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Their recordings were raw. Distribution and promotion were spotty. And as the late 60s turned more psychedelic and album-oriented, a snarling 2.5-minute single could get overlooked.
A satisfaction woman.
The result, cult heroes. Action Woman lives on in compilations and crate diggers' hearts. Proof that sometimes the sharpest blade is the one that doesn't make the chart.
Hey, Rocklore community. Before we continue, let's have a real talk for a second, bro. You know, this isn't just a channel to us. And I hope it's not just a place you come to watch a video and then forget about it. This is a community. It's a place where we get to dig up the secrets of rock and roll, share our favorite riffs, and celebrate the artists who maybe didn't get the love they deserved. Right now, only about 1% of our viewers are subscribed. We can change that together and grow this community. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button with the notification bell on. When you do, you're not just helping a channel grow, you're becoming a member of the Rocklore family. You're signaling to us and to YouTube that these stories matter, that this music is worth preserving, and that this community is a place you want to be. Subscribing is your way of making sure you're always in the loop. It means you'll be the first to know when we unearth a forgotten legend, drop a new countdown, or dive into a piece of rock history you've never heard before. So if you're a true fan of the lore, if you get that same feeling of discovery that I do, then come join us. It takes 1 second to be a part of something bigger.
Time to change flavors. The action didn't shout, they glided. North London, sharp suits, and a deep love for American soul informed everything they did. I'll Keep On Holding On is a masterclass in restraint. Velvet harmonies. A rhythm section that whispers and propels at the same time. And chords that feel like warm light through stained glass. The vocal phrasing is pure soul. Elongated lines, gentle pushes, then a sudden lift into the chorus that feels like hope arriving on time. No matter where you run now, I'll hold and tell my will to. Why didn't a group this refined take off? Timing, branding, and a music scene moving at supersonic speed. They weren't snotty garage, and they weren't full-tilt psychedelia. They were a bridge. A mod soul band in a year that demanded extremes. By the end of the decade, they transformed into Mighty Baby and chased longer, freer forms. But this single remains a perfect snapshot of mod London. Melodic poise, tasteful guitar, and a belief that groove and grace can share the same room. Psychedelia often walks a line between candy-colored fun and a wink that gets you in trouble. My friend Jack is that line. The melody is sugared, the guitar swirls, the chorus sticks instantly, and the lyrics raised eyebrows on British radio. The result was airplay headaches that slowed what could have been a bigger home country breakthrough. Ironically, the song found easier footing in parts of Europe, where its sing-along charm and kaleidoscopic shimmer felt right at home. Sonically, listen to the way the drums push forward, while the guitars smear into a dreamy haze. It's catchy, yes, but it also has that slightly off-kilter, almost carnival mirror quality that defined British psych at its peak. The smoke didn't ride the wave long. Without consistent UK support, it's tough to build momentum. Yet the song survives because it's sticky and strange. Exactly the blend that sends crate diggers smiling to the counter with a 45 in hand. If there's a band whose legacy grew bigger than their lifespan, it's The Creation. Painter Man is the calling card, a kinetic beat, a riff that cuts like metal, and that famous art school flair. Feedback used as an instrument. Guitars played with a violin bow in early stage shows, and a visual style that foreshadowed punk's mix of fashion and fury. You can feel the tension of a group trying to invent next in a scene that already moved fast. Why didn't they last? Internal changes, management shifts, and the relentless pace of the London scene. But the influence is enormous. Later bands heard the clipped rhythm guitar, the swagger in the vocal, and the sense that the stage was a laboratory. Painter Man balances danger and catchiness. Hard edges wrapped in a chant-ready hook. It's a short blast, but it points forward to art punk, mod revival, and the idea that style and substance can spark each other in the same bar of music. Close your eyes, and you can feel a door opening. I Can Take You to the Sun starts like a vision. Glassy guitar, tremolo shimmering like heat above a desert road, and then the voice arrives. Gentle but urgent. The Misunderstood were a California band that crossed the ocean to chase a bigger dream in London, where a young John Peel became one of their loudest champions. You hear why in seconds. This is psychedelia with muscle, not a haze you drift through, but a wave that lifts you. The slide guitar hovers like a siren. The rhythm section keeps a slow rolling push, and the song keeps reaching higher without ever losing control. But the 60s music machine wasn't just about sound. It was about timing, paperwork, visas, and life pulling people in different directions. The band's momentum cracked just as the songs were finding their shape. What's left is a small, perfect window. This single, a handful of recordings, that shows how close they were to being a headline name. If you love the feeling of a track taking flight, this is one to put on good headphones and play loud.
My green tambourine.
Here's the flip side of the 60s. A band that did land a #1 and still faded fast. Green Tambourine is bubblegum psych in full color. String flourishes. A melody you could hum after one listen. And lyrics that feel like a carnival mirror. The arrangement walks a fun line. A little dreamy, a little trippy, but also clean and radio ready. You can almost see the bright sleeve on the 45. So why didn't that success last? Partly because bubblegum was a moving target.
Drop a dime before
The same hook that sound perfect in 68 can suddenly feel out of step when the scene leans heavier, bluesier, or more experimental. Add label expectations and the band's own tug of war over direction, and the moment slip.
Drop a dime before
But strip away the story and live inside the track. The tambourine shimmer, the balanced strings, the vocal that never strains, yet pulls you into the chorus. It's a time capsule and a reminder that a huge hit doesn't guarantee a long career. If rock were a tongue twister contest, this would win by knockout. No, nobody can do the shing-a-ling. You know the line before the second verse. The Human Beinz turned a simple chant into a dance floor detonator. The guitars snapper like rubber bands. The drums are tough and dry, and the call and response vocal feels like a party that spills out onto the sidewalk. It's the sound of a band capturing a room's energy and pressing it into the groove. Their story is a classic flash, a big hit, some touring, pockets of unexpected fandom. Japan loved them. And then the light dimmed by 69. That's the 60s rhythm. Fast entries, faster exits. But the single remains a DJ's secret weapon. Drop it in a set and watch faces light up as everyone remembers the chant. It's proof that attitude, groove, and a sharp hook can outrun trends.
You went out on me, so other girls did it too.
From San Jose comes a garage anthem with a sly smile. Little Girl Doesn't Rush. It struts. The guitar riff is lean and teasing. The vocal is cool and a little sharp at the edges. And the beat keeps things tight enough that every snare crack feels like punctuation.
Did it too.
This is the kind of single that taught a generation of bands you don't need fireworks if your riff is the match, and your rhythm section knows how to walk with swagger. Syndicate of Sound hit early, toured hard, and then ran into the same walls so many regional heroes did, shifting lineups, changing tastes, and the challenge of turning one undeniable single into an album audience.
Other girls did it, you didn't think of nothing new.
By 1970, that first run was over, but the blueprint they left, minimal, catchy, a little sneer, lives on in every garage band that starts with a riff and a stare.
This video is sponsored by the Lore Store on Amazon, your one-stop shop for music lovers across reggae, rock, pop, and hip-hop. We built it for real listeners who don't want to dig through 1,000 listings to find the right gear. Inside the Lore Store, you'll find 5 aisles. VIP, top, battle-tested essentials, headphones, turntables, speakers, gig-safe earplugs, smart speakers. Reggae vibe, roots and lovers. Rock made easy, automatic decks, warm bookshelf speakers, vinyl care. Rock lore, classic rock must-haves, open back cans, simple amps, living room concert vibes. Pop lore, feel-good everyday setups, clean, clear speakers, easy streaming, nostalgia-friendly picks. Hip-hop must-haves, punchy bass without the muddle, closed-back headphones and living room systems that handle low-end. Plus a rotating crate of old album vinyl if you're rebuilding a 60s-90s collection. Every product page tells you who it's for, 3 pros, 1 con, and why we picked it. So you can choose with confidence. Flying soon? Check. VIP for noise cancelling that tames plane roar. Mostly listening at home? Try open-back headphones that let live albums breathe. Want instant gratification vinyl? Our fully automatic turntable is 1 button from silence to music. And the record cleaning kit knocks down crackle so the bass tightens up. Headed to shows? Grab high-fidelity earplugs, hands-free at home. Our smart speaker picks let you say, play 70s reggae or classic pop, and you're there. Deal alert! If you use the link in the description, you'll land on our curated picks with current best available Amazon pricing and active discounts where applicable. Prices change, so buy now to lock in today's deal. Tap the link in the description, pick your aisle, grab a favorite, and tell me which category you want me to build next. The Lore Store. Listen better, with gear that gets out of the way and lets the music live.
Now we step into the Bay Area, where the Chocolate Watchband brought a fierce live reputation and a sound that split the difference between snarling garage and blossoming psychedelia. Are you gonna be there? At the Love-In is all edge and electricity, a harmonica that cuts like a blade, guitars that flicker and bite, and a vocal that sounds like it's daring you to step closer. The groove is relentless, and the arrangement feels like it could fly off the rails at any moment, but never does. They were legendary on stage, the kind of band people still talk about decades later. On record, the chemistry sometimes got tugged by producers, compilations, and the era's rapid shifts. By 1970, the original run had ended, leaving behind tracks that crate diggers and filmmakers keep rediscovering. Listen to this single and you'll understand why. It's the attitude. Even in a crowded 1967, this cut stands tall. Turn up the opening riff and you can smell the river and the beer-soaked clubs. Dirty Water is a street-level postcard of Boston, but it was cut by a Los Angeles band with a sneer in the vocal and a drum beat that stomps like a marching line of boots. The guitar is raw, the organ is gritty, and the chorus is built for a crowd to yell back with a grin. This wasn't polite pop, it was garage rock with a city's attitude baked in.
Oh, that's a shame.
why didn't it lead to a long run on the charts? In the mid-60s, singles moved faster than careers. The Standells had the sound, and a local hero anthem that never dies. But radio cycles pivoted.
But I love that dirty water.
Psychedelia got weirder, albums got longer, and the Standells' brand of swaggering garage didn't always fit the new mood. Still, put this on a playlist, and the room wakes up. The groove has that bar band electricity that can't be faked.
Black gloves, bowl-cut precision, a riff that slashes. Talk Talk is 2 minutes of compressed menace, proto-punk years before punk, with a vocal that sounds like a warning and a band that moves like a machine. The bass is a tight coil, the guitar is a buzzsaw, and the drum fills are clipped and surgical. You don't listen to this song, you brace yourself for it. The problem wasn't the music, it was everything else. Lineup churn, management frictions, and an industry that didn't know what to do with a band this sharp. The Music Machine were ahead of their time. Their look and sound would have fit perfectly on a late 70s bill with bands who weaponized minimalism. In 1966, they were a shock that radio loved for a moment, and then lost track of. Close your eyes and the room tilts. The opening oscillation is Psychedelia's doorbell. The Electric Prunes didn't drape you in incense, they jolted you awake. The guitar tremolo is a nervous heartbeat. The vocal moves between dazed and laser-focused. The rhythm section keeps a night drive pulse that never breaks.
The room was empty as I staggered from my bed.
It's a perfect 2 a.m. single, dreamlike, a little spooky, impossible to forget. Behind the scenes, though, producer control and shifting lineups pulled the band off its natural path.
The room was empty as I...
Songs got routed through outside concepts, credits tangled, the original spark dimmed. That's the 60s industry in a nutshell. A band invents a mood, and the machine tries to scale it until the parts don't fit.
Dreamed last night, too much to dream.
What survives is this single. Still fresh, still strange, still the sound of a band discovering how far a 3-minute record can travel.
Reaction. And I'm feeling like this.
This is the Garage Thunderbolt, a harmonica that screams, a fuzz guitar that saws the air in half, and a stop-start groove that yanks the floor out from under you. The title alone tells you what's coming, a controlled freakout, equal parts adrenaline and attitude.
Oh, little girl, psychotic reaction.
The instrumental break feels like a prototype for every band that ever wanted to race the clock and win. And then life happened. College, day jobs, reality. The things that step in when you're 18, 19, 20, and a hit single suddenly crashes into your week. Count 5 burned bright and brief, exactly the way this track sounds. Their story is the great paradox of the 60s, a perfect calling card that the world will remember, even if the name on the card fades for a while.
Hey, Rocklore community. Before we continue, let's have a real talk for a second, bro. You know, this isn't just a channel to us. And I hope it's not just a place you come to watch a video and then forget about it. This is a community. It's a place where we get to dig up the secrets of rock and roll, share our favorite riffs, and celebrate the artists who maybe didn't get the love they deserved. Right now, only about 1% of our viewers are subscribed. We can change that together and grow this community. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button with the notification bell on. When you do, you're not just helping a channel grow, you're becoming a member of the Rocklore family. You're signaling to us and to YouTube that these stories matter, that this music is worth preserving, and that this community is a place you want to be. Subscribing is your way of making sure you're always in the loop. It means you'll be the first to know when we unearth a forgotten legend, drop a new countdown, or dive into a piece of rock history you've never heard before. So if you're a true fan of the lore, if you get that same feeling of discovery that I do, then come join us. It takes 1 second to be a part of something bigger.
Some bands catch a wind so strong it should carry them for years. The Remains had that wind. They were legendary tight. They could rip a stage to pieces, and they even opened on the Beatles' final US tour, the kind of golden ticket bands dream about. Don't Look Back distills their power. A clean, biting guitar, a vocal that leaps without strain, a rhythm section that feels like forward motion made audible. And then, silence. Not because they lacked songs or skill, but because the 60s could be cruel to timing. Graduations, logistics, diverging plans. The band split in the very year they seemed poised to fly. That's why they topped this list. Not just for the music, but for the what if that hovers over every note. Press play and you hear a group that had the whole map in front of them. The song says, "Don't look back," but history makes us look anyway. If you enjoyed this episode, then go watch this video.